Okay, we're back with more Fallout 3. I'm going to continue with the main story until we get to right before the end of it, and then we'll explore after that. Right now, I found out where Liam Neeson is. He's in Vault 112, which I have marked on my map. And I apparently saved with something chasing. So that's cool. Yeah, I think that's right. So I'm going to turn all the way around to get to that. Yeah. What are you shooting at there, friend?
I'm not looking for trouble or conversation either.
Okay. Trying to level up repair right now. I left behind some items like a suit of power armor that I'm going to have to come back for way later. Brahmin? Gross. Keep on heading towards the marker. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, think Bethesda. Ramen steak, pilot light. It's where I get the fear that something really cool is hidden here among all the garbage, right? Hey, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, was this game made for console first and then ported to PC?
Got to get away! They're burning everything!
Whoa, man, character turned all the way around. Who's burning what?
They're all dead! Burned Grey Ditch right to the ground! Those things, they came out of nowhere! You've got to run! Run!
Map marker added, okay. Okay, lots of radiation here, good to know. Sounds of gunfire. Oh, it's rapers. Already in danger, and I've got a mole rat. Oh, hey, hi, friend. You spooked me there, fella. Glad to have crippled your head. That takes care of one of these guys. Not doing great on healing at the moment. Nice critical strike. Living the dream. You can get this running on PC, but you have to do a lot of Googling. Alright, that was hunting rifle. I don't think I can repair further. Oh, I can. Perfect. Okay. Simpson mutant. Does this bit of viscera have a shotgun in it? No. Is this lore viscera or like Super mutant victim viscera. Or a bag. Bottle caps. It's a teddy bear. See, I like that they do stuff like this with their items. It's kind of cool. There's people on the staff whose job it is to go around and place the loot in ways that suggest a story. That's kind of neat. I think if you just made like a little green sparkly beam on useful or important shit, change things for me quite a bit. Caution, why, where? It's not like a death claw or something. Exterior decorator. I don't think I've fought a death claw in this game yet. You fight them shockingly early, or you can fight them shockingly early in Fallout 2. Just a mole rat. It already detected me, didn't it? Come here, friend. Same base engine as Oblivion. Wow. Never played Oblivion, but I've seen it. It's not a pretty game. I guess the environments are pretty, but the characters look like, what's a charitable word? Dog shit? They don't look great. They didn't look great when it came out either. I'm excited to try Oblivion at some point. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm pretty sure I had a friend who played it around the time it came out, because I seem to remember them complaining about the level scaling problem. Oblivion with guns. Yeah, I'm just talking about characters. I feel like that's not an area that Bethesda has ever really shined. The characters look acceptable in Skyrim, and that's about as far as they've gotten with it. I haven't seen what Fallout 4 looks like. Bethesda face. I think I generally prefer... Jesus. Well, that's bad. So far, I generally prefer Fallout to Skyrim. I guess I really like the VAT system, as silly as it is. Much as they're just trying to include something from the isometric games. So I think that area might be where I'm supposed to go. Let me check. Oh, it might be past there, actually. That might be the area where that guy came up and warned me don't go in there. There's a super mutant behemoth in there. The guild questline writing is better. In Oblivion, you mean? That's fair. If you could take the quality level of the quest chains, side quest chains in games like Oblivion and Skyrim, and like put really significant content unlocks behind them, I would be all over it. It seems like the main reason you do those quests is for their own sake, because the story is cool, and that's fine. Like, I like side story as much as the next person. I dig my loyalty missions in Mass Effect. But if you made it so, like, you know, gigantic sections of the map became available only after doing the Thieves Guild quest, I guess that's kind of contrary to their design philosophy of you can go anywhere without having to do anything first. But it was interesting in Pillars of Eternity too. As cool as it was to have so much freedom, it was a bummer a lot of the time to like miss out on the intended way to experience the content. It's like, oh, you climbed through the windows, so you missed like an hour of dialogue and setup for why you're here. It's like, oh, well, I kind of wish they didn't let me climb in the window then. I played Borderlands with my roommates, the first one, back when it came out, but I don't think we ever beat it. I've never played Borderlands 2 or 3, though. Those would all be completely blind. If we do Borderlands on stream, I think I'd want to try to do it co-op. Mr. Gutsy. Interesting. Well, I do have... These things have an insane detection radius, like all the enemies in this game. Maybe just based on your stealth stat. But... Tracking sensor. Thought I saw something that was 94%. Oh, this guy's over here. Still have some of those grenades that are good against them. Let me check. Pulse grenade, I think, right? Yeah, that worked. $28 XP. Hey, level up. Wonderful. Mostly gonna go on repair here. Perks. Oh god. Okay. You're thinking about getting the stuff that lets you get more points from reading books. But I got level 6. While using a pistol, your accuracy in VATS is increased. 10% HP. This is probably the most interesting thing. I'd have to start using a pistol more than a hunting rifle. One additional skill point whenever a book is read. Can you stack this? Oh, I guess it tells you if you can. It tells you how many ranks there are, right? I can't believe they let you keep putting points into intense training. That seems nuts. It's 2 comprehensions since it's only 1 rank. Alright, the main reason I wanted to put more points into repair is because that lets me save more inventory space. What do you need to have your repair all the way to 100 in order to get items to max condition? Or is there a point before 100 where you can hit max condition? Or does it depend on the item? Tesla and you. Guns and bullets. It's my only banked books, right? Okay. Oh, nice, buddy. I love Shenmue. It's such a weird game. There's nothing else quite like it. Additions of the items in your repair set. Sure. Still showing caution. Laser rifle. That's cool. I have no points in energy weapons, but one day. Sleep on the bed. Yeah. Indefinitely. I spent way too many resources for combat healing before, not realizing that you could just rest whenever you get near a mattress or something. That you really should be saving your stim packs for when you get low in health in combat. Lead pipe, tin can, stim pack, Radex, purified water, cigarettes, worth a lot. The vault must be super close. It is. Mm-hmm. I guess how much, this is a loaded question, but like, how much effort would you say goes into each little bit of side content? Skyrim is cool, but eventually you kind of see the Matrix and you're like, oh, okay, this is frozen Nordic zombie cave number 128, right? The guy at the end has slightly different dialogue than the guy in the other Nordic zombie cave. Given that you could just stumble into this place at the beginning of the game without following any of the quest line, I wonder what they did to make it kind of hidden. You know, I'd love to see an open world game, the like scope of something like Fallout or Skyrim, that most of its progression is borrowing from Outer Wilds. Smith Casey's garage. And it's not particularly exciting sounding. Nuka-Cola Quantum. What's up, mole rats? Sorry, I mean by what, Kiri? That was pretty cool. Oh, I wonder if I have apparel I can repair. Let me check that really quick. I know I was going to try to repair all of my power armor. Now I have that banked. Oh, just like lots and lots of buildings that have really obtuse ways to get in them, and you find out ways to enter them. Like, part of Outer Wilds is, you know, you might find out how the quantum things work when you look at them versus look away. And those are all over the game on basically every planet. So it's sort of like a Metroidvania when you unlock, like, missiles that open red doors. It'd be cool to have all kinds of buildings and places you could explore. Outer Wilds is comparatively pretty short, and the size of the explorable world is not that large. see what else we can find here. Soap bottle, trunk, tumblers today. Is that a magazine? Oh, those kinds of tumblers. Okay. Neat. Oh, absolutely. No, I think that I definitely prefer shorter, tighter experiences, so longer, drawn out, procedurally generated ones. But I think that is a potential way to get me interested in your open world. If I'm like excited about some kind of knowledge progression unlock in every area that I explore. It's just I go into games like this and I just assume that this is Nordic Zombie Cave number 127. And I'm rarely surprised to find that it's not, you know? Yes, yes. Ultima games are archaic today, yeah. I know a little about Ultima through cultural osmosis, but never played them myself. In Smith Casey's garage, huh? Best length for a game is 200 hours. Jesus. Take 15 hours of tight content over 200 hours of degenerate fetch questing. Because I haven't played too many games that manage to fit a lot of non-degenerate content into that many hours. Breath of the Wild Shrines, maybe? But even that doesn't come close to 100 hours. Yeah, I was going to say that that's the main exception. It's non-degenerate, and it's content that doesn't get wasted whenever updates are added to the game. I probably have a comparable amount of time in World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy 14 if every patch didn't invalidate all the content that existed before it. But I think the like large games as service developers are in a difficult situation where it's like they want to make a game that's accessible to new players, or you don't have to play it for 2,500 hours to access the new content they just patched in, right? So I'm sympathetic to their plight. It's just unfortunate that there's really no way to go back and experience Final Fantasy XIV as it was on the release of A Realm Reborn. That experience is gone forever. It would be really cool if you did just bump into this garage and happen to notice the switch, happen to find a vault in the basement. My opinion on game length has completely turned upside down since I was a younger kid, though. When I was younger, back in the 90s and early aughts, like, you grew up poor, you didn't have very many games. You mostly depended on Blockbuster rentals. So you wanted to get as much bang for your buck. It was great if your game was 120 hours of blood to squeeze from the stone, right? But now, if you're willing to just wait a few years for things to go on sale on Steam, you have so many games, you can never finish all of them. So 80 hours of side questing in Skyrim is 80 hours I could have spent beating like 4 or 5 really solid indie games. Fallout 3 with mods is cool. Yeah, I agree, Kiri. I think that's usually where I roll my eyes if I hear a game is long. I expect that the length is artificial, right? Oops.
Welcome to Vault 112, resident. According to sensors, you have arrived 202.3 years behind schedule. Please redress in your Vault Tech issued Vault suit before proceeding. If you have misplaced your suit, I am authorized to distribute a new one.
I might still have my suit.
Once dressed, please proceed down the stairs to the main floor so that you may enter your assigned Tranquility lounger.
Okay.
Please find
112 jumpsuit added.
the nearest Tranquility lounger and be seated.
Sit in the unoccupied Tranquility lounger. Okay. Oh, absolutely, Kat. Yeah. We were talking about that recently in Discord, discussing RTS games, that was the experience for a lot of kids. So if one of the games you owned was an RTS game, you would mess around with it for hundreds of hours, just building bases and stuff and getting good at it. But it's much harder for an adult with times per game issues to get into it, right? A higher barrier to entry now. What's up, RoboBrain? Hello. I certainly had games as a kid that were not very good that I played the shit out of. I had a game on the NES called Mendel's Palace that I actually owned the cartridge for. Played that and Little Ninja Brothers on the NES over and over and over and over. I boost my science. What am I at now? Not that much, I don't think. I think it ultimately doesn't matter because there's going to be something else in here that just opens it for me. Oh, that's cute. Little VR pods, basically. They're all still alive in here. Play resident status, 84 BPM. Program corruption. Stress level elevated. Interesting. Anomaly detected, no kidding. Extreme stress.
I'm sorry, but I am not at liberty to chat right now.
Rockwell. Another Rockwell. Everybody's pretty stressed out, it looks like. Well, they seem pretty chill. W. Foster. Okay, so there's two of them are unoccupied. One person is like dead in there or something.
Hello, sir.
Let me see what else is going on here before we jump in one of these things willy-nilly. Oh yeah, I think Brutus got you every John, but Fallout New Vegas is on the voting spreadsheet. When it wins, we will play it.
Hello, sir.
That's where I first came
Please
in.
find the nearest Tranquility lounger and be seated.
Have patience.
Qu'est-ce que
You can see how the voting system works if you head over to marstead.com or you click vote below the stream or games below the stream. Some YouTube playlists there for all the games we've already played, and commands to type in chat to vote for whatever games you want to see next. Let's see. Requires key. Contact an admin.
Hello, sir.
I wish I could boost my science. You can take drugs. So, what's the relationship between special and skills? I'm guessing int. I can't boost int anyway because it's already at 10, right? I don't think I can get a plus 25 science boost. That's too bad. You'll have to check the cost per vote. Bloody, it scales based on how long the game is. So you'll have to compare the cost to how many points you've got. Alright, let's pop into Tranquility Lounger. I'm going to save first. The ones that's unoccupied, right? Broken. Okay, they want me to use one specific one, it seems like. Yeah, no problem. It's more than a little complicated. It's gonna, like, take us back to the 50s retro futurist. Creepy face. Whoa, that's fun. Beaver Cleaver, apparently.
Hey there, sport. Beautiful day,
Oh, they're
isn't
all in
it?
the simulation together.
Say,
Okay.
you should go talk to Betty. She's waiting for you over on the playground. Have fun, sport.
This is great. It's a friendly doggo. Good doggy.
Hi there. Oh, someone new to play with. What good luck I have lately. I was just starting to get bored. Oh, we're going to have so much fun.
I wish that this game had more stuff like this. I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
Gee, I don't know. What's he like?
He's in the vault.
You mean the man that came here is your daddy? And you're only here because you're looking for him? Oh, this is just too much fun. We're going to have such a good time. Let's play right now.
No, you little brat. Okay, I guess.
I knew you would. It's a really simple game. All you have to do is make Timmy Newsbum cry.
It says find dad. That's crazy.
No, Timmy's the one who's crazy. You'll see. Make him cry, and then come tell me. Maybe we can talk some more then.
Okay.
Hiya. Hi there. I'm Timmy. Wanna play?
I heard your parents are getting a divorce because of you. Jeez. Betty says I should make you cry.
What? No, she didn't. Did she? I don't like her. She's creepy, and she laughs at stuff that isn't funny.
You seen my dad?
Your dad? Nope, I haven't. Did he get lost?
None of this is real. It's all some crazy experiment.
What? You're weird.
Heard your parents are getting a divorce.
What? Did I do something bad?
It worked. They know what you did, and they're leaving you here all alone. They both hate you and wish you were dead.
I won't want the bed again. I promise. I promise.
Is she just gonna believe me now? You've lost karma. Okay. Oh no, is there not an autosave for coming in here? I don't know why I'm shocked that making a child cry made me lose karma. What game am I playing? Can't have that. There must be another solution. I thought it's basically just a TV. It's not like a fancy VR headset or something. The tech in Fallout has always been really cool. So unpleasant. Such a good movie.
Someone new to play with.
That's crazy.
You're supposed to be making Timmy cry. When you...
I have to go now.
Well...
Didn't look like there was an option when talking to Timmy to avoid making him cry, so we'll talk to other people and see what they say.
Oh, hi there.
Have you seen my dad?
No, I haven't. But when I do, I'll tell him you're looking for him.
Some kind of computer simulation?
Computer what now? Why don't you go find Timmy and have a nice game of catch?
I assume that this whole quest in here isn't only solved by losing karma, but let's see.
What can I do for you, sport?
What can I do for you? Where am I?
Such a kidder. You're on Tranquility Lane, of course. Where else would you be?
What can you tell me about Timmy?
My boy Timmy? Good kid. Straight-laced, good head on his shoulders. Never been in so much as a fist fight. We're a close-knit family. Don't know what any of us would do if something happened.
Have you seen my dad?
Afraid not. Don't you worry about it, though. You'll find him. Have a great day.
Give me a different quest. I don't want to make you
I'm
cry.
Timmy. I don't like her.
Have you seen my dad?
It's okay, I guess.
Betty's mean. None of this is real. It's all some crazy experimental. What? You're weird. Have a great day. This segment is awesome. Big fan.
You're supposed to be making Timmy cry. You can do it. I know you can. When you win the game, maybe we can talk some more.
Where is my father?
Don't worry about that now. There are things to do.
Who are you?
Don't you worry about that. You just go have fun with Timmy.
Watch her not be just a little girl in the machine. Or like she would have to be an adult by now if she's been in there the whole time. Wee. Does this actually have physics? Unplayable garbage. I can't even pet the dog. White picket fences. Dither's residence. It's impressive how much of this that they put together. I thought it was just going to be the outsides of the houses.
You don't belong here. You're not supposed to be here. It's not real, none of it. It needs to end. The suffering must end.
I assume some of this connects with like their stress levels when you look at the consoles outside. Finally, somebody knows what's going on. How did I get out of
We're
here?
not really here. We're not really talking. It's all made up. Make believe. We're sleeping, dreaming. The dream became a nightmare. It has to end. It just has to. But we're not in charge. He is. And he doesn't want us to wake up.
What are you talking
He
about?
calls himself Betty now.
Ah,
but he's
okay.
still the same. He can put on a new face all he likes, but underneath he's still evil. Braun. Bastard thinks because he helped create this place, he's God here. But I know he still uses the fail-safe terminal. I know it.
Failsafe.
It's in the abandoned house. He doesn't want us going in there because he's afraid we might find it. It's the only terminal to the outside. The only way to shut the whole thing down. You've got to find it.
This is pretty great. I was down with just the premise of coming in here, but looks like they're doing cool stuff with it too. I guess you could cheat and make Timmy cry just by like punching him.
Ha!
Oh, that's cool. You little Vault Boy watch instead of the Pip Boy. I just hit it instinctively to try to check the map. Man, there's effort in this sequence. I guess it is on the main story quest track, so. Hey, I'm not okay with child murder. I just think that if your story is going to put the lives of children at risk, that they shouldn't have character shields. It's all in the doghouse. There's no reason to be mean to someone. Just be mean-spirited for no reason, right? I hate it when a story will pretend to put its child characters in danger, but then the peril's never actually real. It feels cheap. Abandoned house. It's creepy. Is there like a code in here? That's kind of cool. Access the terminal. It's a really weird, I think it's supposed to be like a licking animation. Sleep in bed. But it's a toilet from the before time, so it's not a problem. Might just be those three things in the main room. Alright, let's try a different order here. A simulated toilet from the before times. Haha, nice. That's pretty great. Big fan. Auxiliary Command Terminal. Access Chinese Invasion Program. Access Version Control. Dr. Braun entry. Toucan Lagoon. Slalom. Tranquility Lane. Tranquility Lane comforting.
Marstead.
Well, distinctly American. It somehow reminds me of.
First try.
I'll remain here in Tranquility Lane for a long time indeed. Dither slipped down the icy stairs, went airborne, and managed to impale herself on the wrought iron fence. It was spectacular. Completely and utterly random. 23 years is a long enough vacation in the Swiss Alps. Toucan Lagoon simulation has run its course. I'm tired of the beating sun and ceaseless pounding of the lagoon's waves. I no longer take pleasure in watching Simpson wither away from scurvy. So he just kills them and resets them. Okay, it was top to bottom this time. Version control. Display current version control. Manual override for pods disabled. Remote access allowed. S. Brown has privileges. Fucked up. All previous versions wiped. Back up really quick. See what Chinese invasion does. Failsafe. Days I consider finally pulling the plug, as it were, and putting a permanent end to the simulation and my life. This is the reason I requested installation of General Chase's Chinese invasion program. By disabling the safety protocols, I've ensured that each subject in Vault 112 will physically die if their in-simulation avatars are killed. In the simulation of first one online, the secondary safeties established for Vault Tech and military personnel would prevent my own real-world demise in the event of a failsafe execution. It's true the failsafe would scare the living hell out of every resident in Tranquility Lane and lead to their brutal deaths. But then what about me? No ability to disable my own safety from within the simulation. Where's the fun in tormenting a machine? The release is more than they deserve, more than I could bear. Okay, so you could choose to leave him alone in here. This wasn't designed to be run with civilian equipment. I have denied your request. Simulate a communist incursion on U.S. soil. Test subjects will experience real-world termination. Proceed with extreme caution. It's funny. Let me see if I can talk to Betty and threaten them instead of killing everyone here.
Remember what I told you.
I did find it. It's too bad I can't confirm it with her.
You're supposed to be making when you win the game.
Okay, no extra dialogue from her. It seems like there's no... Maybe there's a sub option after I do initiate failsafe. Let me save before we try it. Proceed with caution. You've gained karma. Hey. Yeah. Simulation prevents you from tampering with the body. Everyone died! Hooray! Did they leave me alone? Thanks, guys. This is ridiculous. The most terrifying thing possible. Instead of it being like a cutscene that plays, it all happens in-engine in a Bethesda game, right? Hey, there's a door to leave. It still says, make Timmy Newsbaum cry.
Do you realize what you've done? You've triggered the failsafe, ruined everything. The subjects will die and I'll be stuck here in this hell alone.
You ruined everything! Everything!
Bye. Shut up and answer my questions.
It is not over. It is not over until I say so. Do you understand me? I
just want things to go back the way they were.
I came here for my father. Where is
He's
he?
been right here the whole time.
It's the dog.
And you were too
That's cute.
tense to figure it out. The dog, you see.
Man's best friend. But now you've taken all my friends from me.
Get him back?
Yes, I'm sure he's fine. No doubt when you leave the simulation, he'll be waiting for you.
But
It's fine to tell me that after I just doomed Braun. Tell me about the Gek.
The Garden of Eden creation kit. It was for terraforming, for restoring the world after a nuclear disaster. Unstable technology, and ultimately boring. Why remake the old reality when instead you could create any reality you choose?
It's so on brand for Fallout for someone to have that opinion. I'm free to leave?
Isn't it obvious? You've run the failsafe, disrupted everything. I have no power over you.
There's the door. Go. Run along now.
I have to go. We can assume when you say good doggy, you're petting the dog.
Hello, sir.
Liam Neeson! Hey man, at last! This has been the focus of the whole game.
You've saved me. I was afraid I'd be trapped in there forever. It's so good to see you, but what are you doing here?
Came here to find
Well,
you.
I'm glad you did. This certainly wasn't how I expected things to turn out. I wasn't ready for Brawn, or I might have fared better.
You didn't like being a dog?
Well, I suppose it had its moments. But in the end, I much prefer having opposable thumbs. And now that I'm back, I can get back to work. I need to tell Madison what I've learned.
Did you learn?
I was right about Brawn. The technology he developed is unstable, even dangerous. But it can be adapted for Project Purity. I need to return to Rivet City and talk with Madison. If we can find a Gek, we can make Project Purity work.
The simulation can fix the water supply? I think that's what they said Project Purity was. Going back to Rivet City now?
Yes. With what I've learned, Madison is sure to see that we can finally succeed where we failed
Oh,
so many
he's
years
jumping
ago.
right to it. It's like, dude,
I'd like you to
Dad.
come with me. I'd like you to be there when we finally open the floodgates.
Yeah, sure.
That's my boy. Let's hurry. Now that I know what we need, I want to get back to work as soon as possible.
Can we talk for a minute?
Of course, son. What's on your mind?
Can't we go back to the vault? Back to the way things were? No.
Somehow, I don't think the Overseer would agree with that. What's done is done. But if we succeed, if we can make Project Purity a reality, we can create a new life for ourselves out here.
You really think you can do this? Make this thing work?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't. With what I've learned from Dr. Braun, I know it can work. That's why it's so important to find a Gek as soon as possible.
He is
It's the
Liam
key
Neeson.
to Project Purity.
It's kind of like Bethesda's deal of getting one really high-paid real-world actor. Like, Patrick Stewart is in a very small amount of Oblivion, right? I understand. I'm glad we talked.
So am I, son. While this isn't what I had in mind, it's good to have you with me.
Okay, so how are you going to use a simulation to fix the water supply?
It started as an idea, really. Remember the Bible passage your mother loves so much? Free, clean water for everyone. What a difference it could make in the lives of everyone here in the wastes. Over time, that idea
how are you going to adapt the
took form of a
technology from
purifier.
this for that?
Not like the one in the vault, though. This one was gigantic, capable of purifying millions of gallons of water at once. We used the old Jefferson Memorial for the location, right on DC's tidal basin. Someday soon, I hope you'll see it work.
What happened to it?
In the year before you were born, things became difficult. There had always been something of a mutant problem in the city, but it became worse. They attacked more frequently and more aggressively. Support for the project eroded as time went on, when we couldn't produce any significant results. Progress came to a halt.
Then he went into a vault, which I think is kind of weird.
Your mother and I had talked about what to do when that time came, but then
No, the simulation was Tranquility Lane. But I talked to him and he's like, oh, I've been working on Project Purity. I came here to talk to Dr. Braun. I found out about his Tranquility Lane simulation. And I'm going to use that technology to improve Project Purity. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. What does
Dr. Lee and her team left for what became
VR
Rivet
world
City.
have to do with purifying water?
Project Purity has sat waiting ever since.
I think a lot of this game, the main story is either I missed something. I just don't understand how he went from working in this city for a long time to getting inside an impenetrable vault. Impenetratable. He enters this vault, raises a child there, and then leaves again and goes back outside and does all this work? How did Mom really die?
I understand that you have reason to question a good many things I've told you over the years. But your mother...
You take his science units, put with your science units, and you get more science.
What happened? Not once. She died giving birth to you. It was a difficult time. She was so eager to make a place for you in the world. If nothing else, please believe that she loved you very much.
Okay, so he's not going to tell me what the simulation tech has to do with the water tech. That's fine.
The vault you grew up in had its own water purification system. Clean water was never a worry. Out here, things are different. Water out here
but
is
he's like, we need to find a Gek. I thought there was supposed to be a Gek
irradiated.
at this vault, but
it's barely able to sustain
Braun just
any
said he
kind of
didn't care
normal
about
life.
Geks ever.
If we can change that,
And Dad
humanity
just said
has
we
a
needed to
real
find him
chance
still.
of rebuilding, starting over. Be careful, my son.
Let's go to Rivet City. Whoa, I want to go to Rivet City with you. I said I was okay to go with you.
What do you need? What's on your mind?
Okay, I guess you don't actually like fast travel with him. He just goes there and you meet him back there later. Gex. Enter the gecko. Does he literally just run the whole way there? That's funny. That's such a Bethesda way to handle it. Alright, we're about at time here. Let me get outside. Make sure I'm facing him. Where'd he go? Alright. Future Marstead. Here's what's going on. Check your Future Marstead folder for a text file called fallout3.txt. There's some details in there. Follow your dad here back to Rivet City. Yeah. Check the text file. Make sure that at some point you go back and pick up the power armor because you should be able to repair it now that you put so many points into repair.